I talked with my flatmate and he said Istanbul is a great city if you have a lot of time and European income. Then you have a great time here. But when you're a local, this is definitely not a case. So in 2017, I decided that I really want to study abroad and I wanted to study logistics, so the Netherlands seemed to be like the best choice for me. I was lucky enough to have parents that are able to support me, and education for my family has always been really important. So my parents told me that they are able to support me when I go abroad. So I decided to move to the Netherlands in 2017. I come from Estonia and I lived in the Netherlands for 3 years. In between, I also lived in Belgium. After 3 years being in the Netherlands, I wanted to have another experience abroad, which exposes me to different kind of environment. And when I started going through the universities, Boğaziçi was the first university that had courses that were different from what I found, for example, in Europe. I had been to Turkey in 2013 with entire family for an all-inclusive holiday. From that experience, I only knew that Turkey has great hotels, beautiful seaside, and cheap clothing. But when I decided to come and study here, to be honest, I had no expectations. I wanted to come here and start from a fresh page, and I contacted my Turkish friend that I lived together with in the Netherlands. By coincidence, she had a friend who was just looking for a flatmate. She gave me the contact and I talked with the person, and now that's how I found my place. So in that sense, I was really lucky. And when I arrived in September, my flatmate, he took good care of me. He was showing me around, helped me with getting even like a SIM card and so on. So it really helped me a lot, and it also again showed me this Turkish hospitality, that they are willing to go out of their way to help you. In September 2020, I started at Boğaziçi University, and I'm part of the International Trade Department. So due to the pandemic, all of my classes were done online. At first, I thought it's gonna be a bigger issue and it's not gonna be the same experience, but the organizational side has been really good, and I don't feel like I'm getting less of an experience because of this. I'm really positively surprised about the quality of the education that I'm getting here. The only thing that the online classes maybe affected me with is being able to connect with the fellow course mates. But on the other hand, as Turkish people are so welcoming, there was one girl from my course who just reached out to me on Instagram saying that she's from my course and she would like to get to know me, and now we're really good friends. She's planning to go to the Netherlands, and that's actually something that really humbled me, because she was saying that she really wants to go, but she doesn't maybe have the financial needs or other aspects. And I told her, like, I'm willing to help her in any kind of way that I can, because for me, going to the Netherlands was such an easy decision. I just decided I would go, and I went. Yeah, maybe the connecting with other people has been the biggest effect, but at the same time, I don't feel I'm getting less of an experience here with this online education. The online education has definitely had an impact on the students all around the world, including the students in Turkey. But I do know that Boğaziçi was offering financial aid to the ones that were in need for that. In the Netherlands, I was working, and I haven't been to Estonia. I don't know what are the difficulties for the students in there. What really surprised me when I arrived here was to realize that how big of an impact has politics and economics in people's lives. There is a really strong division of what people support, and that's definitely not a case in a country where I come from. It doesn't play such a big role in people's relationships. And also when you walk around in Istanbul, all the different areas have different vibes. I live in Cihangir, where it's more younger people, artists, and then when you go to, for example, to Eminönü, you see more religion having effect there. So that's when I started realizing that this country is really divided, and also hearing stories from different Turkish people that I've encountered, you really sense like the strong emotions when it comes to talking politics or economics or so on. So you just feel this when talking with the local people. So definitely the first thing that's really surprised me when I arrived is the prices of things. I'm able to go out and eat in a restaurant almost every day. But in the Netherlands, for example, I barely went out to eat, maybe once a month. And being a European here in Istanbul definitely gives me a lot of advantage, because I see that the local people, for them, these prices are definitely not cheap. And the whole economic aspect is just having a really huge impact on people's lives. For example, I talked with my flatmate and he said, Istanbul is a great city if you have a lot of time and European income. Then you have a great time here. But when you're a local, this is definitely not a case. This entire experience definitely has made me feel really thankful for my parents, that they are able to support me while I'm here. Also, I feel really privileged to be able to live in the Netherlands or in Estonia, where I don't have to think about exchange rate or anything else. That was one of the biggest changes that I had when I moved from the Netherlands to Turkey, where the currency is even different. You have to take this into consideration. I think this is really something that opened my eyes to a different kind of life. One of the biggest contrasts within the dreams of people that I met here and the people that I studied together with in the Netherlands is that the people here, majority wants to go to Europe, which is really sad for the country, because Boğaziçi students, all the people that graduate, are really well educated and they could add a lot of value to the country. But as they see what are the opportunities that they could have in Europe, they want to leave Turkey, which is really unfortunate. But I think in the Netherlands, it's more the feeling of wanting to stay in their country and making their career there. So I think that's one of the differences that I also noticed within the students. Unfortunately, my experience in Istanbul is coming to an end. I am leaving around mid-February, and it really makes me sad because I've met so many amazing people here that I have to say goodbye. My plan for the future is to be a global citizen. I don't know exactly where I will end up. Now I will start my internship in Amsterdam. I will spend 6 months there, and after that, hopefully I can continue with the company and transfer to another country and to see and experience the expat life there. At the moment, I don't think I see myself living in Istanbul, but this experience definitely helped me to put some things into perspective.